Hey everybody, it's Razzie_Dazzy here. I'm here to play Danganronpa, but the game needs a little bit of an update. Just did that, so that's good. Oh, damn, my controller just decided to disconnect. Anywho, let's play. As we left off, we were still in the class trial. Of, about, like, what's his face? Chihiro. And it turns out Chihiro's a dude that just really likes to cross-dress. Nah, I don't trust autosaves. Those things... Okay, and turns out we are trying to figure out it's Mondo and stuff.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
Yeah.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's.
Hold on, I need to get something to eat. I'm back. Hold on. Okay guys, I'm back. Hold on.
Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it.
Technically, if the person's dead, what's the point of even asking to borrow it if the guy's already dead?
There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit, but no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
Mm.
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
No! These are actually one of, like, Taka and, Mondo are one of, like, my favorite characters. Like, there are some favorite characters in this game that I like, some that I dislike.
You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Aww.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Okay, shit. Not over here. Wait, I think there's something here that I can use. Oh, okay. I forgot. I thought they had, like, none of the, the stuff that I needed. Okay, over here? No, no, no. I think... Shoot! Oh, okay. Is that him going in? No, I think this is supposed to be here. Okay. And this is just him showing the swiping his card. Wait, does this literally have old... Yeah, I'm just like, what the this has other stuff from the case. Okay. Shoot. Need to figure out... Okay, this one. Okay, that makes sense. It's supposed to be over here. Yeah, okay. Think I know what it wants me to do. Shoot, if I could find anything. Fuck. No, oh, no, I think I got it right. Is that it? No. No, that is it. Okay. No, wrong thing. I really fucked up. Okay. Wait, but this is him just taking off. Wait. Ah, shit, this might be difficult. Unless if there's more. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Okay, I get it. That's supposed to be here. They make fake questions. Okay, so this has to be over here. This is him just playing it up. This is just him playing it up. Okay. Now we're with Byakuya doing something really, really stupid. Okay, that's just him. Okay, he's gonna write the word bloodlust. And him going in. This is him coming. Oh wait. This is the handbook getting destroyed.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Oh, that's not supposed to be there? Okay, I think I might have swapped. Okay, I think I need to swap those. Where's the card?
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, let's see if this works now.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently...
Yeah, I know, shush.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Oh. So what is that one then? Wait. So that ain't it? No. I don't think that's it. Okay, I'm gonna fuck up again. Hold on.
The killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Oh, called it. I'm stupid. It can't be this. Right?
Here's exactly what happened. Which then
See, oh my god, I think it is the girls' bathroom. I think I had to remove this. And then... Is that it?
Here's exactly what happened. Which is then remove.
Finally.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Okay, I think
That could have been the end of things, but no.
I think what Mondo was trying to do, I think he was trying to keep Chihiro's secret of him being a boy. So that's why he swapped like the crime scenes.
Yakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation.
No, he was
making
trying
things even more complicated.
he was trying to make it stupid.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna.
Why does a school even have a sauna?
There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Oh,
Isn't
whoa,
that right, Mondo Owada?
that is a insane face.
Yeah. Wait. No. This can't be right.
No.
Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence?
Oh.
You need evidence. You need proof.
Oh, I feel bad. They became friends and now they're just like, shit.
You don't need proof. You can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer? That's already revealed itself earlier in the case. Earlier in the trial. All I have to do is to check that one item of his, and everything will become clear. Boop boop. Yeah, sure. Da-da-da. Oh, okay. I already know how to do that. I'm just skipping this because this is just tutorials. Oh, we're doing Taka instead?
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong.
I like this part of the game.
I refute you. Show me some evidence.
This should prove
boom!
it.
No!
If my thinking so far is right,
Taka, I know how you feel. I don't want this to happen either, but still.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's.
Yeah.
In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
It makes sense. He could have just, like, taken it, because be like, oh, my thing is broken. I'll just take Leon's.
Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Oh.
Huh?
He given up.
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Mm. Let's see my results. I got an A.
Bro, what are you saying?
Oh.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
Oh.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
You know what's weird? When he says that, we don't actually vote. We just look at the whole, slot and stuff.
What?
Uh-oh, that time. Sorry. Hold on. Uh-oh. This time it looks like you guys are right again. Yes, it is so. But the Blacken for that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Iwata. Oh.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the votes was not unanimous. Kotaka choose the wrong answer. Oh, okay, that makes sense. He doesn't want him to vote, unless like he really didn't actually vote. You're trying very close to the danger zone. You're treading? You're treading. Okay. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. There's no way. No way he would have killed someone.
Sorry.
Aw.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Okay. Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo taken a view of the silence, so allow me to explain explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of this murder, this time, is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the B button. Oh, you can hit the B button to fast forward the text. Nah, I don't want to. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extremely inferiority complex that were regretting his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't even overcome his weaknesses. On the contrary, he tried to hide behind himself further and further into that weaknesses. Okay, never mind. To take on a don't even know that word from a petite young girl. That sounded weird. He had no choice. That's as he was. That as his what? Doesn't make any sense. He had no choice as his way out. Okay. Now nobody will be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly sorry. I didn't even know Monokuma was talking. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turns out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game has began here at the school, he had no choice but to accept his fate. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course includes Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to don't we know that word. Everyone, even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If if that was revealed, it would be the end of Headering shell. The hardening shell would crack, and the armor will fall away. Without a doubt, around him would torture him more than even before. Everyone figured being trusted into such a dilemma thrusted into such of a dilemma must have set him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later. After I'll try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. You're already strong. Annoyingly, he used that trust to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now, my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. Aw, that's so cute. Okay, with that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take a immediate action. And so that day he made that command to begin exercising. He was preparing to return his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone to help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help them from there. And the person he wanted to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, sure it was. The biker gang leader, Fallen, had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confessed even he's confident in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Oh, yeah, he technically did. I just don't get why he did that. I need to ask. Did he just lash out or something? Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo. I was like, Mr. Macho Mondo was very symbol of his strength of his strong man that Chihiro had always accepted to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he wants to ask. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become. Oh wait, sorry. Oh my god. I was like, that makes no sense. I think that's Monokuma talking. I think they just messed up the tag, the name tag. So I'm just gonna put this in Monokuma's voice. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. That was apathetic. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
And then, sorry. So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he made with Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did. What? You mean that... Sorry. You mean that... You mean the way that Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he done?
Certainly.
No, I think me and Kyoko are on the same side. Me and Kyoko have the same thoughts. I'm pretty sure like Mondo was trying to keep the secret, cause if he was killed in the boys' locker room, that would be like, oh, Chihiro's a boy. That could have been a part of it, but I don't think that's the main reason. The real purpose, perhaps, was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Yo, y'all are dumb. Because if everyone knows he's been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have had agreed about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Duh. Once that started up, at the last few of us would have immediately began suspecting his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him into the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made with Chihiro, who he also killed. Okay, we need to explain, why did Mondo do it specifically? Why would he do that? Jesus. Okay. The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that was the targeted after all. That's what triggered it after all. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously the motives. The possibility of having your embarrassing moments and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know. Even if meant killing someone.
You're wrong.
It's possible.
Don't make me repeat
It's impossible. How many times I must repeat myself? To judge others is by your own standard is the highest flaw. Even if you can't comprehend it, you obviously can. That's all there's to it. Well, while oh my god. Okay, tongue twister. While we're on the subject, why don't I tell you the embarrassing memory that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Wait, how? He killed his own brother? Oh, okay. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, that is a really strong, long-ass title. Okay. Makes all the hoodlums and riffraffs across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a chanster of someone. Oh, that's his brother. Oh. I feel bad though. Wait, does his jacket say Crazy Diamond? Well, it's a little bit blurred, but I think it's supposed to say Crazy Diamond. Or Demon, or whatever. Mondo's older brother name was Daimon Owada? Owada? I don't know. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because Daya that Mondo ever gotten on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to make sure up to his big brother, so he immediate him in everything he did. Oh, he basically copied him. Okay. Okay, Mondo was the I don't know what that word of the sword star-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the chairman, I don't know what that word, other brother, charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into a big biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peachy and groovy, or whatever. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have taken over the biker gang from his brother someday, his brother graciously his respecting began to grow on Mondo very, very soul. Wait, did he like push him and he got hit by something? Like got hit by like a car or something? While they were like driving or something, while they're like driving their motorcycles? The kid's getting taken over by Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo is just along for the ride. Aw. Can someone like that really be our own leader? All that do is to make the gang look bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why
I
gotta get stronger than Daya. Oh, okay. His jacket does say Crazy Diamond. I think. No, that's an I. Never mind. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on that night, Mondo had on that night, his amazing brother, I don't know those other words. Okay, Mondo challenged him to a street race. Okay, see, I was right. Sorry, guys. I was right. But during the race, through the toughest streak, or whatever, what he said, the kid brother pushed ahead with reckless ambition, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. Oh, so that is a truck. But suddenly, oh! Well, I'm wrong. I was wrong. Okay, I thought Mondo, like, snapped and he pushed his own brother into, like, oncoming traffic. No, his brother saved him from oncoming traffic. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it was the team. It was the team. It was the team? Yeah, okay. It was a team. You and me put it together. Oh, he's trying to say promise. A promise between men. Okay. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. Ooh, okay. He knew if he said it, he was gonna get his ass jumped. In others to keep in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weaknesses that had caused the accident. And as the result, he becomes the leader of the Crazy Diamonds. The team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his own brother. Daya was getting lost in his kid's brother mind. His kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. Oh, so he just he got stupid and he got himself killed, yada yada yada. You was talking about his brother, I guess. That became the excuse for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. And I mean, he wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong.
Yeah.
I'm strong. Okay. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he was pretending to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. Yeah. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing, embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. Okay. No matter what happened, no matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked on to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd have been carrying around it, all would been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my hands were filled up with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness and just starting to swollen around. I never felt anything like that before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, the fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock hard limp of anxiety away down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Oh, I think he just lost it. I think that was the whole point. He lost it. I think Chihiro, like, promising, like, hey, don't tell anyone, made Mondo lose it. We all know that he didn't do it on, like, actual purpose, because I'm pretty sure he probably lost his shit. And right there,